floor's dry and there's a lock on the door. By the way, I'm Keith.
Tess.
You take the bedroom, and I'll sleep out here on the couch.
God.
This process might seem overwhelming, but with a little practice, it can soon become.
What's going on? What's going on? We are back and we are live. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Hope everybody out there being safe and enjoying themselves. Yes. Shout out to my boy Michael. You already know how we come in here. We got to come in here on the Halloween vibes. Shout out to the Riddler, of course. Anyway, Barbarian. Yes. Surprise. My bad. I apologize. I was late on this movie as far as giving it a try or just checking it out or whatever. But man, once I got a chance to check this out, I did not know or I did not see what they had in store, and I was not prepared. But yes, we are here. We are back, the low-key horror cave for the last time as far as this year. Barbarian movie review. Apologies. I know I've been kind of lackluster as far as the content. Kids, a father, work. I just got a lot of things going on, and October being one of the months that I really enjoy as far as when I'm really trying to get content out, especially when it pertains retro horror movie reviews or even the newer ones, especially the ones we got this year. I ain't even been able to check out Smell yet. So just letting y'all know, man, apologies. I'm definitely working on the content and working on the channel. But like I said, I'm a father first and foremost, so I got to make sure my kids are straight. And that's what I'm taking care of first before I do anything involving YouTube. Any other than that, though, let's jump into this Barbarian movie review 2022. Is this the surprise horror movie of 2022? Is this the best horror movie of 2022? Y'all let me know in the comments. We are introduced to a female character named Tess. She's pretty much showing up to this Airbnb, and she's pretty much trying to, if I'm not mistaken, she's here for a job interview. She's in Detroit, Michigan, and she's pretty much trying to get into this house, which she can't get into. But then after a couple of knocks, after going to her car and coming back, she noticed that someone is in here. And yes, somebody happens to be in here, Pennywise. Of course, this nigga name is ain't Pennywise. Shout out to the Bill Skarsgård. Is that his name? Anyway, my man who played Pennywise, but in this movie, his name is Keith. It is somebody actually already in the Airbnb, and this guy named Keith, and Tess is confused because he's like, hold on, I had this booked. I'm supposed to be staying here, but he's already staying there. So now it comes to this situation where they're trying to figure out what's going on, where they both able to book this Airbnb at the same time. Now it's a situation where is Tess going to stay or is she going to leave? Because Keith pretty much like, I mean, you can stay, but I mean, come on, it's two strangers, two people who don't even know each other. But she does end up going on in and staying without some precautions. She's very, very cautious of her surroundings and everything that's going on. Because it's even a moment where Keith tries to offer some tea or whatever. And smart, she doesn't drink the tea. Give or take, you don't know what this man put in this tea. I mean, shit, we just watched Dahmer. You know what this nigga was doing with people drinks and everything. So, nah, I'm good on that. But she kind of starts to ease on in and kind of get relaxed a little bit. First thing I noticed was this nigga Keith, man. Shout out to Pennywise. Once again, I mean, you don't trust. He played Pennywise, so I ain't gonna never trust him. I don't care what character he's playing in the movie. As far as I think his name is Bill Skarsgård. But anyway, I don't care. I don't trust him. Either way, though, man, he does seem kind of off anyway, as far as Keith. So going into this, I wasn't sure. Watching this trailer, I did one reaction to this trailer. So I wasn't in particular sure what was even going on anyway. I just knew it was something going on with this house that they both were staying in. So going into this movie and watching it, it's like Keith, okay. I don't know if they just gonna throw this in our face like this and say, yeah, this nigga's Keith got something going on. It's something up with Keith. I don't think they'll just throw it out there like that. So I don't know. I think the trailer did a good job of trying to keep us off though. What's going on, Nadia?
What up? My voice still sound like crap. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. My bad, I forgot. Nadia a little under the weather. Appreciate you coming through joining us.
Yeah, got on my spider web.
Shout out to Nadia. They're coming through the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
Of course, the original gear or whatever. I've been doing too much trunk or treating over the weekend, and I'm good. Shout out to my children.
We just got finished trick or treat, and my kids is young, so I can get them a good hot 20 minutes, and they be good.
Oh, okay. It been raining today, so
I got young children, so they just oh, we got candy, let's go eat it. Yeah, they ain't even paid attention that they buckets ain't full. I don't like full buckets for what? Because I promise you we gonna throw half of that shit away.
back in the day, my mom didn't even let us eat it at first. She'll keep it in the closet, and we'd have it for months because you ain't eating this candy.
So, well, by the time I was a teenager, by the time I was like 10, my mama let us be in control of our candy. So we would portion it out, but me and my sister would like share. We put all our shit together and just share.
I mean, understandable. We would eat our stuff all though. Stomach aches or not, it don't matter. We're gonna take the loss.
Oh no,
we gonna go.
It would be like Easter and we still find the Halloween candy. Like,
yeah, see, that's how it was when she keep that candy and put it up. But yes, happy Halloween. Hope everybody is being safe out here once again and enjoying their holiday. Barbarian. I got into the midst of Keith and Tess being reintroduced, and Keith kind of being off a little bit as far as Pennywise.
Penny, first of all, I feel like that's why they casted him for this role, because people already have. Because oh my God, if you haven't seen The Perfection on Netflix, it's the same type of thing. Because when the movie first started, it's like, why I already don't like this white girl, and then it's because it's the girl from Get Out.
Oh man, hell no. Okay, I ain't even seen her in too much recent stuff, so I don't trust her. No.
You just be like, I already don't trust her.
How do you trust somebody who eats cereal out of a bowl and drink the milk out of a cup? I don't trust nobody like that. Something was wrong. Nah, and she looked like she'd done that already before she even got the role. Anyway, shout out to that actress. I'm just playing. Shout out to that actress.
Stop.
You did a good job.
But it be like that when it be somebody that played a bad. You be like, why I don't like them. Yeah.
She was eating cereal out of a bowl and drinking milk out of a cup. Not together. She was doing it separately.
I feel like Keith was confused because it was the middle of the night, though. He just like, well, okay, first of all, look at the area. Well, at that point in time, you didn't know what the area looked like, but I see why.
No, because it was dark, and they did a good job with it.
Oh yeah.
But let me say this then: if Keith would have been in Tess' position, which they kind of talk about, and we're watching a movie, just as us as an audience watching a movie, would we have trusted Tess the same way we didn't? I would say me. I ain't gonna say everybody else. My opinion, didn't trust Keith if he would have been the one that showed up instead of Tess, and she was been already in the house.
Oh no, we ain't trusting nobody.
And that's me. I wouldn't trust nobody, female or male.
Exactly. I'm in a whole new city and I'm by myself. Somebody knocking through the I'm surprised he answered the door. Ain't no damn way. The middle of the night, ain't no damn way. I'll be like, it's a crackhead.
But they talked about this. It was the whole thing with, he's a woman. I don't know. You ain't gonna harm nobody. Come on in.
Women are not harmless. I tell you that.
Oh no. Yes. Single white female. What's the other movie? Damn. I forgot the name of my movie. Shout out to my girl though. They kidnapped my guy and held him hostage. He was an Arthur or something. Wasn't it a Stephen King movie?
Misery.
Yeah, Misery. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, she was deranged. She was deranged.
Shout out to Taraji P. Henson, Acrimony.
Deranged. Yo, that's a whole nother. People be like she was wrong, and some people be like she was right. She was dead ass wrong. You better take that money and act like you ain't never know that man a day.
No matter what he did, no matter what y'all went through, he would pay her 10 times over. We might have to Acrimony and him. I got y'all. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Because
Man,
that's a movie I've been wanting to talk about.
But yes, once Tess actually gets kind of comfortable, they do have this kind of conversation about, man, woman. If she would have been already in the house and he would have showed up with, she would have let him in? No. And she says that, hell no. I'm like, no. But as an audience, like I said, watching the movie, I would have said no either way, female or male. I wouldn't have trusted nobody who would have already been in that house, especially when certain things started to happen.
I felt weird because he was like, you can, come in the house. You don't want to sit in your car. I would have been like, nah, I'm gonna sit in my car, and I would have drove. First of all, I would have left I would have left the neighborhood. I would have found somewhere
she
where
was looking at hotels too. And
I would have. She didn't leave
on the
though.
time. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how late it was. At that point, I would have slept in my car. That was her car, right?
Yeah.
Or was that a rental? See,
if I'm not mistaken, that was her car. If I'm not mistaken,
I would have slept in my car in a well-lit area.
In the same instance, I like the way movies try to flip things. So, for all I know, Tess could have been showing up and she was familiar with this house, and maybe Keith was a bystander or an innocent victim or whatever. She could have had some plot going on. That's my mind frame starting off watching this movie. I'm thinking everybody, I'm paranoid. I'm like, I don't know, because they didn't show you nothing in the trailer, and I knew they did that on purpose. By the way, once we get these type of movies, I did this with Get Out. I never watched reviews or anything because once I start hearing certain things of people saying, oh, you might have to see this, you got to see this, I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay away from everything and I'm going to check it out for myself just to see what y'all talking about. And without any comparisons, it did give me Get Out vibes as far as the route they took, because I wasn't expecting them to go the way they went with this at all.
Yeah, because
not even a little bit.
I was like, was this going to be supernatural or like, what is it?
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what point I caught on to what they was doing though, because I caught on. I guess because I'm.
Now, do you understand though why I said we don't need a prequel?
Oh fuck no, we don't need.
Yes,
who wants to see that? Who want to see?
Now you get why
Hell
I said
no.
Yeah.
No.
We gonna get to it.
I'm glad they didn't even show the video.
They held back a lot. Even
they held back.
The imagination.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. And he had a lot of tapes. We gonna get to it. He had a lot.
Damn near like the VHS house.
Oh man. Decades too, by the way. But he looked like he was getting away with. I'm sorry, I ain't saying that. I ain't even gonna say it. But anyway, I ain't gonna say. It's once everybody get comfortable and they actually start to lay down, because I mean everybody really comfortable. I mean they done like played around a little bit, give or take. They was drinking a little wine. So yeah, they got kind of loose a little bit. But
it was so many, because I was like, just because he got them glasses don't mean he put something in the glass before he put something in there, because he could have wiped something. It is very potent things that you could just wipe on something. Honey, I would not have trusted that, and I got a cup. You see me when I go to people's houses, I have my cup. People be like, why you bring your cup? Because it's mine and I know it's clean and I know it's been in there. Yeah.
I apologize, y'all. I couldn't help it. It just came out. Dama. Once again, this nigga was hooking up people cups, pouring shit in their cup. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's why she didn't drink that tea, and she was smart for not drinking that tea, but I still wouldn't have drank that wine. Because I would have felt like he would. I don't know. I watch too many movies and stuff, and it's like it's stuff you can put on a cup and you not know it's there. I would have been like, all right, let me wash this cup or rinse it, or no. I would have been so extra. He would have been so mad at me.
One of the creepiest scenes, not the creepiest, but somewhat creepy, Tess, and when she's asleep. You pretty much hear these footsteps, and she hears them, but she looks up and you can hear them running away. And that's where the camera zooms over to Keith. Once again, too, I want to give a shout out to the camera angles in this movie. They did a hell of a job with these camera angles, making it kind of give you points of views for certain people. If you watching this in the theater, I can only imagine how this look. But it's in the middle of the night, and shout out to Keith, because my girl come up trying to wake him up, and he kind of like having a dream or something, and he seen them like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Why is you up in here? What are you doing? That's when I knew that he was like, I was like, either he acting really good or he an okay person, you know. But he got me. Because I was like, yeah, maybe he, because I already think
No,
he
he was having night terrors. I don't know what he done been through in his life or what he was dreaming about, but
By the way, nigga, how long was he actually in that house? Because I'm like, how was you able to chill so long or before she showed up? And how was you so comfortable? Because
I don't know. Yeah, he was unpacked and he knew where everything was. I don't know if he was a squatter or not. He might have been
and
a
yes,
squatter.
this is
But no,
Barbarian spoiler. I'm saying it because if she was coming out at nights, was she just easing on by him while he sleep and then popping?
I don't know.
We gonna get to it. I hope y'all know once we get to actually as far as what I'm talking about as far as the girl coming out at night. But I'm talking about as far as Keith because I'm like, if he been in the house before Tess shows up, I'm like, how long was you able to just chill without noticing anything? But
Maybe he was locking that door,
I don't think
that
I
bedroom
feel like
door.
somebody.
Because you remember he was in the bedroom because he was like, I'll
Yeah,
leave the bedroom. But she was like, can I
she
see
locked
your
her.
confirmation?
She locked her door, and I'm about to say, and they opened that shit easily.
Yo, she was smart to be like, can I see your confirmation code?
Another thing she did smart too, taking a picture of his ID before she gave him back his wallet. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I gotta check up on you, see what's up. I forgot to mention that before she actually gets a chance to lay down or whatever.
She made
But
stupid but smart decisions in the beginning, and then we gonna talk about what the rest she did.
it's the characteristics. It's what we was getting in the message they was sending with these characters. Once again, woke horror, which I'm gonna say this is. You don't. I want to ask you that before we continue. Do you feel like this was a woke horror movie?
I feel like there's definitely a message, and of course they had to make the character that this is the people that you don't think you're gonna get a message from. He gave her a message. It was a strong ass message, and I feel like it was a message to a lot of black women out there. But I think she mixed
Women,
because
just women too.
women in general. Oh yes, women in general. Period. Because
I'm gonna say this: if Law and Order SVU wanted to make a horror movie, this is what it would be. If that makes sense. If you don't watch this, continuing on, Tess wakes up the next day and it kind of feels like she might be feeling Keith a little bit.
She was.
Yeah.
I don't know what they. It seemed like they had trauma bond a little bit because she was talking about her old relationship,
Or
how
was the
old dude
Pennywise
get her
eyes?
dirty.
But this is kind of where we get a full-on picture as far as where she's staying at. And once she comes out and we looking around just like she looking around like, well, hold on. It ain't just one house, it ain't two houses, it's the whole damn neighborhood that's pretty much decayed, gone. And her house though, I got questions, man, but they good questions. I don't need complete answers yet, but it's like, how was you keeping this? Who was keeping the house up? Was they keeping the house up together as far as?
I don't know. We get some kind of answers on how the house got keep up. No, we do get, because you got to remember it's another character coming in too.
We're gonna talk about him, but I don't feel like he was paying too much attention to it that much.
He went, but he had an agency that was helping.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like I said, my girl Tess is in town for an interview, and on her way to her interview, she's noticing that ain't no other houses around. And I'm talking about everything is demolished, like pretty much going out. Give or take.
Burnt down, condemned, need to be tore down, burnt. Like,
was they saying anything about Detroit in this too? Because this is supposed to be based in Detroit. Just saying, and I ain't no disrespect to Detroit, but you hear a lot about Detroit or whatever, and how certain neighborhoods are just done. We got certain neighborhoods in Statesville, straight up, like, but they trying to reform certain things, but we do that look just like this.
I feel like it was more so. It's because of the industries being moved to overseas, because a lot of the cars and stuff that's made in America, made in Detroit, made in Michigan.
I'm just wondering if we get some type of message mixed in with the whole woman thing and men are bad.
I don't think the message that men are bad, but it was just like I said, I'll tell you what the message is.
Okay. But even in the midst of Tess doing her interview, once she tells the person that she's going through for the job, as far as the person that's supposed to be interviewing her employee, she's pretty much like, "Where you staying at?" She's like, "I got Airbnb in this certain neighborhood." And she's like, "Huh?
Airbnb? What?
That don't make sense."
That's like somebody telling you they staying at an Airbnb on the south side. You be like, where that at?
And what's that to the south side? I had my residence over there once.
Hey, me too.
I definitely stayed over there.
I done lived over there in 3 different houses. So
to the south side. But yeah, it's kind of her. But I'm like her as far as the employer. Like, I looked at everything you passed and went through. I don't understand, but hey, it is what it is. And Tess, like, I mean, the house is nice. It ain't bad. It's just the neighborhood.
I feel like the only reason she went back was so she could be with Keith some more. Because
she's looking at his picture while she at the job interview.
Yeah, because if I would have woke up and saw that, we ain't staying here another night. No, ma'am, no, sir.
Hey,
I would have been like,
Tess, when she does get back, we got somebody coming out of nowhere telling her, "What the hell you doing in that house? What you doing in that house? Give or take." If a nigga running up on me looking like he just came out of nowhere, might be on some serial killer type shit, I'm running into the house. Like, I can't hear.
He looked like a crackhead, and I will run from a crackhead because I don't know what they gonna do. I'm gonna be honest. That's what, bruh. I'm trying, and this is like major city. So like, I'm not saying she in a major city right now, but I'm saying like when you used to dealing with people with drug addicts in your area, they differ from the drug addicts in major cities and stuff. They unpredictable, bruh. I done been in DC and there was this drug addict walking around. He was high and I was just like, "Can we leave?" Because I swear, like, he got too close to me and I was like, "If you touch me, I don't know." Like, I can't.
Sometimes you got some knowledgeable people out here that might be under the influence. You might need to listen to them. But Tess pretty much runs in the house.
Crazy people.
And she calls the cops. She's like, somebody out here chasing me. Get y'all ass over here. We're going to talk about the cops later on. Once again, men are all bad in this movie. But, man, beyond Tyler Perry.
I mean, I feel like the whole cop thing is like, they just don't care about their area. And then, I don't know, like, what year this is, because this is like, post COVID, they definitely don't give a fuck about that area because the whole defund the police, and I don't know if they actually get in the.
They ain't
what I mean?
Clear. And nobody was wearing masks either.
I mean, I don't know.
But once Tess gets a little bit, I guess, comfortable, I guess she waiting on the cops. Maybe, I don't know. She starts to use the bathroom and she needs some tissue. So this is where her first entry to go to the basement because she can't find her nowhere else, and she actually sees something in the basement. And this is where she starts to, I think, hear something, and she noticed something on the wall which looks like a rope, and she pulls into the door open.
Ain't no damn way I would have pulled that motherfucking rope. I would have got that tissue. And then the fact she didn't have her phone, she got stuck. I think
she got locked down there. This is what she
got locked. Yeah, she get locked in the basement because she went to go get some tissue. And she get locked in the basement. And I'm just like, bruh, she didn't have her phone. She didn't have nothing. I'm like, what in the world? So she just sitting there. She bored. So she starts snooping. No. Baby, we in this dark basement. I ain't snooping with nothing. And she pulls, and she see this rope that's inside the wall. And she decides to pull it. Ain't no damn way. You couldn't have paid me enough money to pull shit.
Hesitate to directly go into the little back way or extra little room as far as this little area that's connected to the basement. Extra layer, I guess you could call it. And this is where she come across
secret passage.
Some very, I ain't even gonna call it strange shit. Some very disturbing shit. Very disturbing. I mean, you can use your imagination, but you already know what shit like this can lead to. And it's like, this can't be nothing good. And give or take Tess, it's like, it's time to go. She finally gets Keith and he's outside, and this is where I get suspicious of him again, because I'm like, oh shit, he gonna lock your ass in there. You know, came across one of his little hidden areas.
Right?
See, I'm guilty too. All men are bad. I'm guilty.
It was half of a bloody handprint on a wall.
Yes.
With a dingy, dirty ass mattress
and
a
camera
pointed. Yes, a camera pointed at the bed. That reminded me of Gothica.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah.
That's as soon as I saw it, I was like, Gothica.
Oh, whatever. Besides the ghost, that shit got way more horrific once they got to the end. I'm like, fuck the ghost. This nigga,
Gothica was on a whole nother level of all men are bad type of shit.
And this is where we get kind of Keith, and he wants to be Macho Man. This is where I feel like we got that kind of message in. And this didn't make Keith necessarily bad, but it was like, you a woman, let me go check this out. I need to go see what's going on. And I feel like that's where they went with this.
The way she explained it, I don't know. I hate the way, because you know, dudes just be, why you over exaggerating? What you mean?
That's kind of what he was saying, like.
Yeah,
she was like, let's go. We need to leave.
It's a secret. No, I would have been, if I don't know.
That's why I believe you. Let's go.
This is why I say I think she mixed. Exactly. My husband ain't about to go. What you say? You found what?
Pennywise said, I ain't got time for this. Let me go see what's going on. I'm gonna go down here. You stay right here. I'll be back. So he goes down, and of course, she starts yelling, Keith, you good? He like, yeah. I see what you were talking about though. And she like, okay. And then Keith, nothing. Keith. This is where it's like, okay, Tess, you might need to just go leave and go get Keith's help. Let's call the police again, or go to the police station. Because it ain't like nothing you can do if he is in trouble. You don't know what's going on. You already found the extra layer. But Tess, once again, and I kind of somewhat understand, because we see these characteristics from her later on. And it's like she got this type of thing as far as, and give or take, she was feeling Keith. So she cared for him a little bit. So it's like, I need to go see what's going on. So she goes down, and Keith is nowhere to be found. She looking under the dirty ass mattress, like everywhere. Give or take, it's a bucket in here too. Letting you know somebody was pretty much in here for a while and they had to use the bed. Yeah, once again, imagination. But this is where Tess finds another door to another deeper layer within the house. And this is where it's like, nah, this is
at this point, it's tunnels. This is multiple tunnels. Ain't no
complete darkness besides her phone with the flashlight.
She too bold for me, because I wouldn't have cared.
Run, bitch! Run!
Yeah, she way too bold for me, because I wouldn't have cared.
That's it. But shout out to Nadia. This what we kind of getting our mixed blend, because ain't no natural black nigga going down there, no steps. We not doing this. Give or take. I ain't trying to be racist, but we not doing this. This ain't happening. Once again, Tess, she cares about him, so she ends up taking this troll down this extra layer. And yeah. She goes and she still calling for Keith. And one of the more creepier scenes, the scarier scenes in the movie, Keith's come crawling out of nowhere. You got to remember, this is Pennywise, and he got them fucked up eyes. So he coming crawling with them eyes. I'm like, what the fuck? Is you the goddamn monster?
You gonna leave Bill alone.
Shout out to, that is the name. I thought it was Bill Skarsgård. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the actor. And he did a good job in this, by the way, because fuck Pennywise. Because he telling her, like, you don't need to go back the way we came in, which I didn't understand, because I'm like, nigga, you are coming from the opposite direction. We need to go her way. Because she like, come on, what's going on? And he like, it's somebody else, it's something else down here. And out of nowhere, we get, goddamn, the biggest double D cup attack I've ever seen in my life. Some big, tall-ass lurky nigga come out of nowhere and start slamming Keith's head into the damn wall. And she don't stop. And I mean, we get detail. Slam it. Once again, we go into Nadia's point of test mix, I'm guessing, because she's standing there looking while we should be just, this is it now, because Keith can't be saved. We running. Nah, maybe she in shock. I would be too. I ain't gonna stand there, but it's like, what the
I went with some kids to the zoo, and the gorilla slammed his hands up against that thing. I took off running. I knew it couldn't get through, but damn it, I wasn't gonna give it no chance to. I was gone. I run. I don't care. You better run with me.
This, once again, no trailer, gave nothing away. I didn't know what the hell this was. I seen goddamn veiny titties, and I was terrified. I was terrified. And then you just seen some motherfucker just start yelling while Ted's standing there. But then, boom, it's it. Are we getting an anthology series? Or this is what's going on?
Yeah, because I was like, so is everybody dead?
What's going on?
What happened?
We get sunshine, we get beaches, and we are introduced to a character named AJ.
I don't like him, but I feel like I don't like him because he played another character in some movie that I gotta look
Jeepers
him up.
Creepers. Why y'all be doing my guy like this? Why do y'all be doing my guy
I knew I
in
feel
horror
like
movies? And it's another one he get jacked up in. It's called Tusk. Why do y'all do Justin Long like this?
Why do they do him like
He
this?
signs up for this shit. It's like, okay, if I'm doing a horror movie in my contract, I gotta get fucked up the worst of the worst. Like, it's got to be the worst. Like, and then it's something where he's like, and make sure y'all add in eyes. Whatever y'all do, make sure I get took up by my eyes.
Maybe that's what he likes.
I don't know. But yeah, we are introduced to AJ. Once again, I hate guys. I hate men. AJ's an asshole. You don't like AJ. And it.
Oh, right off the bat.
I'm guessing he's an executive producer, a director. I don't know. But he's in the field of Hollywood. And once again, if Law & Order SVU made a horror movie, this is what it would be. Because he's the front runner. He's pretty much being accused of raping a girl or somebody he gets he wrong on some type of production or set or whatever, and she's accusing him of rape. So now he's in shambles, and the report is about to come out in the Hollywood Reporter, and now he's pretty much out of jobs. He's pretty much being let go of everything. People that's worked for him are pretty much letting him go.
They giving him the Kanye West treatment.
Canceled. He's being canceled.
His wealth management person was like, I quit.
No, this nigga said, I'm gonna send you a memo where I want you to fire me. Basically saying I quit. Like, I want you to fire me. So AJ is pretty much trying to liquidate. He's trying to get rid of some assets, including properties and all of this. And ta-da, we get our connection with AJ. Just so happened he has property in Detroit, and this property just so happened to be the house that we are introduced to in the beginning as far as Tess and Keith are staying in as far as the Airbnb. He owns the house, or so he think. But yeah, he pretty much goes down here to pretty much get this house in order to get it off the market or whatever, so he can pretty much get some things in order, being that he's being accused of rape. He gonna need
the way that neighborhood look, sir. Yeah. How much do you plan on getting from that house? Not shit. You gonna get the demolished value of that house. That house ain't worth shit because the land value around it ain't worth shit. Which they tried to tell him that shit, but he didn't want to listen.
So this is where I'm getting where you saying he kept the house up, or the people who was working for him kept the house up.
He had an agency because he was like, why is it people stuff here? And they was like, because we don't clean until the next By the way,
I don't like him, but he was funny a little.
They was like, we don't clean until the next tenant is coming in. Well, how do you know if it's trash? If the next tenant, if you don't clean it till the next tenant, she was like, well, is it trash? He was like, no. And she hung up on. He was being rude, though. He was being mad rude because it's like, it's not trash, and you didn't even let us know that you were coming and blah blah blah.
Oh, we really get an indication of who AJ is.
Quickly.
He pretty much heads out to hang with some, I guess, childhood friends or people who was around him in the neighborhood or whatever. And since he's out, and once again, if you know anything about people, what they say about alcohol, it brings the truth out. So he getting lit. And he starts to get into a conversation with his friends who pretty much ask him straight up, like, man, what really happened with this situation as far as him being accused of rape? And he pretty much come out and say, like, man, I mean, she went down at first. I mean, but with some convincing, damn. Yeah, you pretty much forced us with some convincing. And that's what he pretty much saying to him. Once again, men are all bastards in this movie. Hate men, I hate men. Yeah. Message. AJ, he's pretty much drunk. Being advised not to call the girl that's accusing him, he's tight, so he calls her, leaving her a message.
Apologizing. Sir, if you didn't do what you did, then what you apologizing for?
I don't want to say this.
Your...
I'm just saying, we had some accusations. Nah, I ain't even gonna bring that up. Never mind. I'm just saying they ain't saying it. All men are bad. But the next day, my man AJ jacked up. He throwing up or whatever. But he getting himself together, and once again, he coming across this stuff that people are left. And he noticed who been standing in his house. This is a funny ass scene where he trying to get on his laptop, and he tossed that shit when he can't get on. But
like, nigga, you could have sold it. Well, not really, because then you can't get into. Can you do a hard reset?
They gonna be like, you stole this then, right?
Yeah. Right, you right.
So AJ is pretty much, I guess, trying to get himself together. And what do he notice with the basement? I think he sees something in the bathroom. He sees the toothbrush or something hooked up. I think that's what makes him start to go look around or whatever. But I forgot what necessarily gets him to go into the basement.
He being an asshole. So he goes down in the basement. He looks around, and then he finds the rope. He pulls the rope. Then he realizes when he finds the room, he gets a measuring tape so he can add square footage to the house. I was like, this.
And this is what the only reason he went down there because he's thinking somebody is basically squatting in his house.
Yes.
Whatever.
At this point, I was like, when he gonna die? When he gonna die? Because I don't like him.
You didn't get the message though. What did he say? I'm a man. I'm a man. He gonna treat me like.
Yeah. Yeah, so when he's trying to get all big and bad, I got a gun. I'll come down there with a sir. Yeah, okay.
I thought their message though was that he's a man, so he can do anything. He's brave enough to go ahead and do. I'm trying to get technical, but it's like they tried to make sure you get emphasis on the part of him saying I'm a man, being that he's already been accused of this situation.
If you look at American culture, he's not lying. Don't men of his stature and men of his ethnicity get away with whatever the fuck they want to?
Harvey Weinstein, people who being accused, these executive producers out here. But anyway, message woke. My man AJ,
but it wasn't over the head. It
wasn't, and that's why I said
it was blatant, but not hitting you over the head. Yes.
Same. That's why I kind of made that comparison to Get Out. Because they was doing the whole commentary as far as race or whatever, but they didn't hit you over the head with it. It was kind of terrifying what they was doing with. If this really could happen, like we want to take y'all all over. Y'all got my sister jumping up.
My sister said that's why she don't watch Jordan Peele horror movies. It's too real. She was like, it's too plausible. I was like, I mean, you right though. It is very plausible. Except for
I hate you because I want to be you.
Some say that hate is misplaced admiration. Shout out Niles.
Bars. AJ pretty much like, fuck the camera, fuck this mattress. Let me measure this room. I might get some more money. And I got it down here. What's included with every square foot of the house? Bruh. Looking this up.
I was so mad at this one because I was just like, he disregarding that the fact that this looks like a crime scene, and he's just measuring.
He sit on the mattress.
He was like, "Oh, ugh. Yeah, sir."
But AJ get a little bit more excited because he finds the extra layer that Tess found earlier, as far as this dungeon-like type of shit.
The tunnels, the catacombs, nigga. And once I found that, and boy, ain't no way I'm just gonna be calm if I find some fucking tunnels under my house.
My man in a
What
predicament. He like, oh, let me get the measuring tape.
trying to
It's time to
save
do some
his
more.
ass. And he just pulling them, just happy go lucky. I was like, man, when you gonna get got? Cause I don't like you. Like you just being too.
And this nigga, he puts my man. You remember my guy, law-abiding citizen, and what he went through as far as getting that shit together to build that tunnel up to the jail. He ain't got nothing on this. This nigga like he had elevators down here. I seen some shit look like a door. What? Hold on. He built the shit to the prison. I don't know. I might have to go back and watch. I might be giving my man in Barbarian too much credit. I might be giving him too much credit because this is just the house. He had some shit built from the prison. Yeah, I gotta think about that.
But as far as those tunnels was going, how far out? Cause that didn't just go down. That was going like horizontal. How far?
We weren't even
out
sure if we seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had like rooms under this shit. Rooms. Oh shit, man. And shout out to once again the imagination. It's the shit that AJ is coming across because I don't think Tess came across these things. AJ come across like these cages. Like, can you what this guy was doing for so long? Which we gonna get to this nigga, but AJ, he's pretty much looking and searching, squaring, and then somebody grabs his ruler. And this is where he gets into his panic mode, grabbing his little butter knife. And he pretty much like, oh, fuck this, I'm out. And he runs in the opposite direction he goes in, which means he don't know where he going. But this is where we get real good scene.
Hey, spooky.
Shout out to Tony. Happy Halloween, brother. Hope you out here being safe. If you out here trick-or-treating. But yes. This is where we get our little scene. AJ falling down, and we just getting these flashes and getting closer and closer. We got our big, langy, double D person coming out of nowhere. By the way, makeup effects on point. This shit was horrific. I wasn't watching it in the theater. I didn't get to watch it in the theater, but I can only imagine how good or how scary the scene probably was, or how intense the scene was when she was just coming up on him, and he got the light flashing on and off, and she just come straight up in his face.
This was one of the I'm trying to think of what's the word I'm looking for. Previews. This was one of the previews before I watched Nope when I went to the theaters. So I was like, what the fuck is going on with this?
Once again, the trailers.
They gave you nothing.
Yes.
Because all you see is dude getting dragged away, and you just like, what the? Okay, so wait. Are they in caves? Are they?
I don't know. We don't get trailers like this no more either. As far as them not giving too much away, give or take, people might be, I don't know what you want to call it. They did it with Get Out though, and Get Out worked, but they had word of mouth. I feel like, and people started talking about it so much, and it was able to get a chance to get that notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but this is definitely one you should check out. But it's once AJ starts to run again, and he falls into this goddamn hole or whatever, and a cage falls on top of him, pretty much locking his ass in. Tess comes out of nowhere. Oh shit, Tess still alive.
I was happy to see that she was still alive because I just knew she was dead, and we don't know how long it has been. We don't know how long it was between.
It's definitely been some days.
Yeah,
it's been days because he been living staying there.
It could have been a whole week. Like we don't know how long. No, before AJ got there. For how long has Tess been down there? We don't know how long Tess has been out.
I didn't even think about that before AJ got there.
Yeah.
Unless it was going on in the midst of him being on the, I don't know. They didn't show those timetables, but either way,
don't know the timetable.
It's more scary to think about what she done been through because she pretty much done got a down pack type of thing going on to stay alive, basically. Because before we even get to that, we get another skip.
Mm-hmm.
We get a jump, and
Flashback.
This is kind of going into the third act, and we get introduced to a guy named Frank. Pretty ass neighborhood. I'm like, hold on, what's this neighborhood? Because we know the house, but we could tell this is definitely going into a back in time. I mean, this shit don't look like this now. And it gets explained kind of what's going on and what kind of happens to the neighborhood or somewhat.
Land value.
Yeah. This is the neighbor that talks to Frank, but before we even get to that, Frank already seems off. He goes to the grocery store, asking for plastic bags. Just some
No, he
type
asked
of
for
odd
plastic.
shit.
He asked for plastic sheets.
No, yeah, plastic sheets.
Plastic sheets. And the woman was like, he asked for plastic sheets and something else. And he was like,
Yeah, he
she
talking
was like,
about the
how
baby.
old is the baby? And he was like, it's not here yet. So, the way he
He said,
talking,
I'm doing
like
it by
first,
myself.
yeah, like he was gonna deliver the baby at home. So I was like,
I mean, that kind of not. It's
I mean,
people
it
do
looked
that.
like
Yeah,
it
you
was,
know.
yeah, it looked like it was like the 50s, 60s, like, that they was doing that shit back then.
I would say maybe late 70s going into the 80s. I don't know if
Yeah,
they
it
went
was
back
pretty
that far.
modern. It was pretty
Cause
modern.
if
You
he's
right.
still like, yeah,
You right. It was pretty modern.
but this, I'm still thinking about the decade, the shit he. Once again, no prequel. We good.
No.
It's when Frank's leaving the store with his equipment when he noticed a woman, and once again, I don't have to use my imagination. I feel like even as an audience, we kind of are getting an indication of where this is leading to.
Yeah,
Especially when we see these things in the layer that AJ never come across or whatever. It's like, okay, I kind of see where this
yeah,
going.
yeah. Because as soon as I saw him staring at the well, I was like, he about to take her.
I mean, he pretty much setting it up because he pretty
Yeah.
much put on this little jumpsuit saying there's something going on in your neighborhood. And I'm thinking back in the day, this shit was kind of normal because I don't give a fuck what you talking about. No, you come in my house, man. I don't. I'll fix it.
See, this is why I said that time period, because I was like, this seemed like the days of the milkman, when they used to come take the little
Yep.
glass jars and shit like that. That's why I was like, how? Because they was just way too comfortable with a
Yeah,
stranger
come on
coming in the
in.
house. Yeah, come on, bruh.
And he pretty much goes in there and unlock her window for later on. Like, I'll be back.
Yeah,
But this is kind of where when Frank returns, we kind of get the information as far as the neighborhood because his neighbor's pretty much talking about what you said. And everybody's moving. And Frank like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here. And literally. But what's more horrific and I guess more terrifying, and once again, this is your imagination that only can lead to, is when Frank goes back into the house and he goes to the basement area and you just hear screaming. Nothing but screaming. And I'm like, oh, shit. Once again, no prequel. No prequel.
I don't want to know what he did. I don't want to see what he did, and it's just horrific.
The only thing I would be interested in it because we don't get these answers. The mother. The mother. What the hell I'm interested a little bit in that. Yeah.
It's years. I mean, they kind of explain it, but not.
You talking about like Hills Have Eyes type shit or wrong?
Yes, it's years of incest.
Okay.
Years, because the guy explains it at the.
By the way, they ain't got shit on her. Wrong Turn them. I love Wrong Turn them, but y'all not fucking
I
with this
just-
one.
That's why she only come out at night because of her skin is so pale it can't take the sunlight.
But we
'Cause
actually
she's
get back
only
to the
been in the
present
dark.
time. Oh, we gonna? Oh, okay.
Never
we
seen
gonna get
the
to it.
light of day. Never seen the light of day.
We get to the present time and we back with AJ and Tess. And we get Tess trying to explain to AJ what's going on. And like you need to pretty much go along with what's happening. You don't understand, you ain't gotta understand. But if you want to survive, this is what you need to do. And he like, what the hell is going on? The creature that pretty much slammed Keith's head into the wall. I call her mother. She's pretty much wanting to pretty much treat the Tess AJ as her children, as her babies, pretty much. So she bringing us nasty ass, hairy ass bottles for them to feed on. And once again, Tess, she pretty much is down. She's been doing this to survive. And she's telling AJ, this is what you got to do. And she drank this, hairy and all.
Honestly,
gonna make it.
Exactly. You didn't took your ass down into her lair.
Survival instinct.
So nigga, you gonna survive. I mean, and honestly, you getting nourishment. It's not like she was trying to kill them. Like, you mean she was, but not like she wanted them to be her children. So she wasn't trying to kill them.
Oh,
Have you ever drank breast milk?
I only drank the finest of the breast milks. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Breast
Cambodian
milk.
breast milk? Stop.
It's real breast milk. I should have got that clip. Well, yeah, man.
No, serious question. Have you ever
Shit.
drank breast milk?
Nah.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying to
have.
think. No.
It was mine. It was mine. Chill out. It was my own. Yes, I tasted it. I wanted to know what it tasted. No, I accidentally drank my friend's because I was heating up a baby bottle and I tested it and I did like that and I was like, this ain't my milk.
Give me some
Like
ideas for a horror movie. Go ahead. Well, AJ, he ain't trying to hear this shit, man. He don't care. Once again, he going into what his characteristics are anyway. Panic. That's who he is.
No, he an asshole. Because all he had to do was follow directions. Hard-headed asshole. Because he wasn't even trying to work together with her. That's what was pissing me off.
I don't know,
because,
though. Because she got in that nigga face, mom, and I would have might have been like, nah, I can't do this.
Bruh. I would have.
Mom.
I'm trying to live. He should.
Yeah, I could have worked. I would have been crying for real.
As big as she was. Yeah.
So,
no.
Being the AJ's being a little baby, he whining. Mama said, okay, you don't want to drink the milk. I got to breastfeed you. She drags his ass to the room where she got the practice video on where they're breastfeeding. And she is really manually forcing AJ to breastfeed. Once again, shout out to the actor Justin Long. He goes through the worst of the worst in these horror movies. Because I just hearing him screaming.
You should have drank the bottle, nigga.
Yeah, and that's Tess too. Because Tess like, I mean, shit. Just hold on. Well, I get it. Because it was like, I can't do nothing right now because this big bitch got you, and I ain't no way. I'm gonna get out of here.
No, I'm not fighting that. No.
And man, you talking about a fucking scary ass scene. Tess trying to get out. The basement door is locked, so she goes to the part where the little window is, and my homeless guy comes in and actually pulls her out. And this is where we get the scene where the goddamn monster mother is right behind her, literally pulling herself out through the damn bottom, which I didn't know she was even right there.
Yes, but once again, you see she did not come out. Why? Because she's never seen the light of day. I mean, she's seen, like, you know, when she's been upstairs and shit. But she's never been, but she's never had sunlight touch their skin.
Shit was scary.
So that's why she's so pale. Like
and it's the way she eases on back in. I'm like, shout out to Lou Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Lou Boy. That's what we was talking.
You know what's funny? In all these movies, he get himself in these situations. Because even in Tusk, I feel like that he put himself in that situation with some stupid shit.
He was kind of an asshole in Tusk too. If you tip it, yeah. Justin Long. But yeah, shout out to Lou Boy, man. My boy Justin be going through it. But this pretty much what we get. My homeless guy explaining the test that yeah, she been in there for a long time. And she ain't even the worst of what's in there. I'm like, what you mean?
The fuck out down there.
I'm saying, like, what's going on? Hold on. But yeah, he explaining to her like she only comes out at night, and you need to come with me. And Tess is like, well, no, I got somebody that's still in there I need to save. And yeah, this is kind of where we like.
This is the motherfucking message when he look her dead in her face and say, you need to worry about yourself. This was the message to all motherfucking women out there. Worry about your goddamn self. And it's so funny because, I mean, this was all a part of her character, though, because how she had been in that toxic relationship and stuff.
And we never really got notification there, but you talking about the guy that kept calling her?
Yeah, the one she kept hanging up on.
And that's what she explain what was that.
Well, she was talking to Keith about it a little bit.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, my girl pretty much like, I gotta go get this guy. And you seen this with Keith. She wanted to go help him. She went back. So she don't just jump back into it though. She kind of comes up with a plan, but her first thing is to call the police. She don't just go back in there, so she just walks the streets, try to find the help or whatever. In the midst of that, when she was trying to escape, like I said, Mother Monster pretty much came after her. So this is AJ's chance to try to get away. And he pretty much roaming through the lair, and we get a real scene right here where Mother pretty much comes up on him, but he is at some type of door, and the creature pretty much was like, nah, I'm good. And she backs off of him.
Yeah, and the door had like a bell, and I was like, what the fuck are they trying to call? Or is the like, because I thought like if you ring it, like it was like some other monster was gonna come. Because I was just
Once
like,
again,
what
my man said it's something worse than her down here. I'm like, oh shit, where is this about
Yeah,
to go?
'cause
But
you-
truthfully, it was a worse monster down there than her. Message.
the originator, the monster that created the. Oh my God, this is kind of like what's that book? What did they make us read? Ah, shit, it'll come to me in a little bit. It got the monster Grendel.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
No. This was like
Monster
some.
Grendel.
This
It's
was
a
some literary.
full-on story.
No, this is some literary bullshit they had us read in high school, but it made me think
I'm
of
gonna have to
this.
see. I probably know what you're talking about though. I'm pretty sure we read it too. But once AJ actually gets into this room, he come across this old ass dude, and I mean old. Give or take, I didn't recognize who he was at first. It took me a little bit later on to recognize that this is Frank. This is the guy we are introduced to in the flashbacks, as far as who was stalking a woman out or whatever in a nice ass neighborhood in like the late 70s going into the 80s, I'm guessing, as far as the years or whatever. But yes, he's pretty much laying down here, and I'm like, what the fuck could have been possibly going on? And who, which I'm guessing has got to be an offspring of his, depending on who and what he's been doing with these women. But I got an indication that, didn't they say something about he had a daughter?
I don't know.
And it could probably be here incest.
Okay, what home dude when he's
the homeless
explaining
dude.
it? Yeah, the homeless dude explains it. He says he took women and then he would have babies with the women and then have babies with the babies and then have babies with the babies. So basically, it was just like perpetual incest. So he having sex. So he was basically stealing women, having sex with them, having babies by them, and if they're girls, he would keep the girls. I don't know what he did with the boys if they were boys.
This shit is beyond Hills Have Eyes.
So then he would have sex with his daughters basically and have babies by them, and then turn around and do the same thing. Like it was worse than Hills Have Eyes.
How horrific could you be to come up with an idea like that? And this is just the indications leading to him. This ain't even the movie itself.
Right.
Jesus, man. I didn't know that. I heard the little bit of things they was indicating on he was doing, but damn. That's way worse than what I imagined he was
And I don't know how many women he did that to, because the fact that
it's the tapes, that's the indication.
It's the fact that we only seen that one monster. So like, is it more, or did she kill off the rest of like?
I would rather a sequel than a prequel. That would work way better to me, in my opinion. Offspring, a bunch of offspring out here, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying they should do that, but if
it was a lot of tunnels. I mean, it could have been more than one mother monster out there. I mean,
or it could have been a mother's mother.
Mother, yep. No, we don't know how long these people lived, and I mean, they ain't even people at this point because they
definitely not. But Tess, she actually finds the police, and they ain't too happy to see her. They basically like, what the fuck is you doing in this neighborhood? Why are you even over here? Like, you look like you fucked up. You drunk. You been out here probably got roaming the streets. What?
Doing meth.
But they do end up going to the house.
And then they like, all we see is a broken window. Did you break the window? Did you break?
Give or take, they make sure the black dude is the asshole.
I mean, I just feel like they just don't care about their neighborhood anymore. So they like, I'm not about to spend my time trying to figure out this situation, especially when this woman looks like she done been through hell. Yeah. She looked,
But my man them pretty much like, man, we got a shooting over here on the other side of the block. We gonna get out. You handle this. Or we could take you in or let them get you cleaned up. Make sure you get straight.
I feel like they should have been more concerned about her health than that, because I've heard stories of a lot of victims being treated like drug
Absolutely. I
addicts.
mean,
They get treated
even
like drug addicts instead of like victims. You know, it's like, hey, I'm not on drugs.
they should have took some type of notice of what she was talking about, even if as far as kidnapping. Once God damn it.
I mean, once again, like I said, if this is post
I get tired.
pandemic, then this is definitely people that don't care about their job. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, or under the influence, think she was pretty much homeless or out here drunk on the drugs or whatever. Little boy, I don't want to keep bringing it up, man, but it's my girl at the neighbor. She was trying to tell y'all Dama was out here doing this stuff. Y'all didn't want to listen. Apologies. That's my last thing. But,
but what I was thinking about early was Beowulf, because
okay.
when he was supposed to slay the monster, but he didn't. But instead, he had sex with the monster, and then the monster had a baby. And the monster had a baby, and then the baby monster was terrorizing the town, and he killed the bruh. Beowulf was crazy. They made a movie of it.
So this basically Beauty and the Beast had a baby, and he stayed the beast.
Yeah, something. Yeah, basically. Hey, they made a they made an up-to-date version of Beowulf though, like and Beowulf not even a damn it's a poem, a long ass poem. But it's a movie, and in the movie it's like half CGI, half real.
Yeah, that's the one I was about to say. I think I seen.
Yeah, and the monster is Angelina Jolie. So like she looked good, but like you really was gonna fuck the monster.
I mean, you said Angelina Jolie.
As a you go.
Next thing we get to, that's like saying Rihanna a monster.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, honestly though, because you look at Aaliyah, you be like, when Aaliyah was the vampire queen of the damn.
Yeah. You either gonna set me on fire, or you gonna turn me. It's one of those. It's gonna happen.
Terrible.
It's when AJ is down here with Frank, and he come across these videotapes. We are talking numerous videotapes, and this ain't even the ones I'm showing right here. Ain't half. We are talking about layers of tapes, and this might be only the ones AJ is just seeing. It's probably more. Yeah. Ain't no telling. And once again, shout out to the director being able to not have to show us anything, but just give us indications of what's going on, just off the expressions of AJ once he watched the videotapes, because he actually puts one in, gas station redhead. That can tell you enough you need to know right there. It's after he sees this tape where he's pretty much looking at Frank in disgust. One thing I thought about when I watched this scene though is AJ kind of looking at himself too, after he's being accused of what he's being accused of. Y'all let me know. Once again, message.
Right.
Is he a monster himself?
When a monster meet another monster and they can't handle that, just like you. When a monster meet another monster and they can't handle that, the fact that they.
Mm-hmm. It's all that, like I said, that reflection kind of him seeing himself. Mm-hmm. But it's when he pulls this gun out as far as Frank. And AJ like, wait a minute, man, don't shoot me. And Frank like, shit, I ain't worried about you. You said something about cops. I don't care how old I am. I'm getting up out of here. I done what I'm doing. It's time to go. And
there's evidence.
Yeah, like it's out. He wasn't worrying about shit. AJ was talking about. It's like, you said what? Because AJ at first talking about bringing the cops there because it's a monster. He like, I'm about to save us, get us up out of here. He like, do you see this shit? So yeah, Frank shoots himself.
So was he like, was Frank ringing the bell to get the monster to come to still do stuff with him? Like,
maybe.
Because
maybe it got to a point where the monster had injured his ass and he can't get up no more.
But is she keeping him alive to like punish him, or was she keeping him alive because he wanted to be alive?
She seemed like she actually feared him still. Remember,
yeah,
she didn't even go through the door
Yeah.
And I believe, I'm like you. Maybe he was still doing stuff because he probably wasn't in a position to go out and do nothing again.
Yeah, that's why I feel like he was ringing the bell and making her come.
Or
That's
using
what the hell.
Airbnb and using her to go up there and bring more people and he like, you can have your babies and I can have mine. Like,
ooh, that's nasty.
That's
I
very
didn't
much
think about
possible.
that.
Once again, though, it's like the mother must have had some type of self-control because she was just creeping upstairs and being quiet in moments. She wasn't running up there like, ah!
Yeah.
But Tess, she still wants to save AJ, so she comes up with a plan after the cops don't help her, and she waits the night because the man said she comes out at night. So she gets in her car, and do you know she pops her ass out at night as far as the mother monster, and Tess runs her ass over. Not necessarily running over, but hits her, trying to pretty much runs her into the house or whatever.
Yeah, pin her against the house. But she
This
fucked
is
up
all
her car.
lucky nigga.
Like, come on.
What, AJ car was still there, right? So why didn't they get in his car when this situation comes up?
Bruh, where I don't know, cause neither one of them know where their keys or their phone is right
Okay,
now.
maybe that was a situation.
I guess not.
But the monster pretty much pinned to the house, and Tess pretty much gets out to go get AJ, thinking that Mother Monster is kind of dead or is dead, and AJ is trying to get her out. He grabs the gun that Frank killed himself with, but once again, AJ is in his position as far as being very paranoid and panicky. Asshole nigga. So he don't even hesitate. Once he hears a little noise or whatever, give or take, I mean, you got to think what he done been through. He was almost forced to breastfeed from a creature. So it's like,
I give him no leeway. I give him no credit. I give him no leeway, no credit. No.
But Tess, damn if you do, damn if you don't. She gets shot trying to go help this nigga. By him, the person she's trying to help. Oh, we're gonna talk about this nigga,
like this, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you.
Yeah, my bad. You all right?
Yeah, that's
right?
literally what it was like. It was literally oh my bad type of. I will, bruh.
Come on.
Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way I would have went back for him.
But AJ does have and this is where we get them going outside. And once again, I'm asking where is his vehicle at? But keys, I'm guessing they lost them. So they go to find a homeless man, pretty much to hide out here in his little lair and chill out with him. This is where we get more information as far as the old guy and what's been going on with this old woman. And this is kind of where we get AJ kind of being like, I gotta do something. I did something bad, but I can redeem myself now. Yeah.
Bro, we can talk about redemption arcs because I ain't giving him none. Nope.
By the way, I do not like Test or AJ at this point because my man been chilling as far as my homeless guy. He been pretty much holding shit down for a minute. And y'all come over here disturbing the motherfucking peace.
Well, he offered the place to Tess, but Tess brought the drama with her because she had to put her motherfucking cape on to save this man, which we burning capes, ma'am. We not saving these niggas no more. They can save themselves.
No, Tess had an Amber Alert out, and mother was looking.
Exactly.
Had an Amber Alert out. And shout out to my guy, like, man, she don't come in here and she don't fuck around over here. Man,
yeah.
Gonna bust through that goddamn wall like
after all these years. Yeah. So after all these years, she never came up, bitch ass over here.
Yeah, talking shit like he was real confident too about this.
It was just like the Samuel L. Jackson speech before the shark came.
Oh. This is just like that. Now we not gonna give up. And this man, he talking, he giving those straight ups. She come bust through the wall, and I feel like he went out way worse than Samuel though.
He did.
Cause she don't just choke him out. She rip his arm off and beats his ass with it. Beats the man with his own arm. I'm like, what we doing this shit at?
I feel like she was mad because she tried. I feel like she been listening and she knew that he was trying to take her baby away.
You been here all these nights, goddamn it. I've been.
Cause remember when he helps out the window and he like, all right, you took my baby.
Yeah.
Cause how long has Tess been her baby? She was like, oh, you took my baby.
I playing for you. Yeah, she did ease on back in there. I know where you stay. You very much, man. Turn my homeless guy to the ops. AJ is out of here. I'm out. Keep up. Remember, my girl Tess is shot.
Shot her.
AJ
he shot her. And then ain't no dead. Oh my God.
Ain't no more carrying her or helping her around. No, he like keep up.
Keep up.
And she's trying, and they end up running up on some type of water tower or something. My girl, as far as creature mother, she on their ass. She coming. And this doofy nigga, once Tess gets up there, he's like, where your gun at? Did you get the gun? Oh. He's fumbling the gun around once again, panicky. He drops the gun. AJ drops the gun. And my man like, shit. Biggie Smalls. If I go, you gotta go. Somebody gotta die. Tess, you want your daughter? You can have her. And she went straight up losing Isaiah on her ass.
At this point, I was like, how they gonna make me not be mad anymore? Cause I'm pissed. I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed at this point. I was like, you bitch ass. Like, you really just threw her out?
But I was enjoying myself because I was like,
no, I was pissed.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be
because I was mad at Tess. I was like, Tess, you could have been gone hours ago, and his bitch ass could have been dead or whatever. And then I'm like, now look at you.
It ain't just that. Mother, she jumps too. Preacher mother jumps after her baby. Tess was down there holding it down. Like, she was on some, like, this mom, like, she was really, like...
No, Tess was like survival instinct. I gotta live. And she was just feeding her breast milk. I'm trying to tell you. It's ancestral breast milk, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After AJ throws him out, he's pretty much, they out there on the ground. And now he feel like he home free. So he goes down trying to check the bodies, and Tess is still alive. And you can see that, and I don't know how this happened. I don't know. But then you can see the way they position her on the ground. The damn mother, she positioned her to break the fall. I'm like,
yes. So, I don't know if you can actually do that, but it's about velocity. The mom is heavier, so she could have felt that, if she jumping and she falls faster, she grabbed her.
I mean, I watched Drop Zone.
I don't know. I don't know if that's plausible, but in movie magic, she jumped and fell faster and grabbed her all the way down and twisted. This happened in a movie before too.
Somebody did this.
Pretty sure this looked like some Charlie's Angels type of shit.
It's something, and it was all sad and emotional though. They was both laying on the ground. Y'all gotta let me know what I'm talking about. I know, but AJ, he's pretty much like, oh shit, Tess, my bad. You slipped. You fell. I was trying to help you. He basically on some goddamn buddy love type shit. You remember when what's the name showed up and he was late? But yeah, he's trying to explain like shit. I ain't mean to toss your ass, but she ain't the only one alive because mother is still alive too. And she jumps up and grabs his ass by the neck and pretty much squeezing his eyes. And they close up on this shit, showing you the gut and all that shit coming out his eyes.
They showed it all. I was like, oh my goodness, but I'm glad you got him.
It's been years and Jeepers Creepers didn't want to show y'all shit. I'm going to give y'all this. Here you go. Going into detail. Here you go.
Look.
Oh, so this is what it was. That's why he was down there screaming. So yeah, AJ's gone. And she don't just squeeze his eyes. She rip his goddamn head apart. And this is where we get my girl Tess pretty much laying on the ground. And mother's still carrying. She see Tess is shot and she wants to get up and take her back to the house. And Tess is like, oh, no. I mean, back to survival instincts. But at this point, I don't think it matters because mother, she cares about Tess so damn much. I'm like, shit, fuck it. Not only that, though, I'm going to say this. the mother, as far as the creature, I think got to a point where it was like, I know something is wrong. Like, I'm fucked up. Because you could kind of see where it's like, I'm tired. It almost like she looked like she was tired as far as the creature, because Tess points the gun to her and she noticed it, and she almost blows a kiss to Tess like goodbye or whatever. Like, it's more so of goodbye and please do this. Like,
yes.
I want this done. I want this over. So Tess shoots her, and I almost feel like Tess was kind of feeling a little emotional too, a little bit. I mean, a little bit. But I could kind of see that. I think she felt sorry for it too, because I think she kind of knew what happened.
Knowing how she was conceived, you know, as a woman, Tess is like, you know, I feel compassion even though you're a monster, you know. But Tess had way too much compassion for these strange ass men, and Tess, like Home Dude said, worry about yourself. Take care of yourself. That's what the fuck he told her. That was the message of this whole story. Worry about yourself and take care of yourself. None of these people she was trying to save was her boyfriend, her brother, cousin, best friend. None of that shit. Fuck them.
They were all pretty much new people that she had been
strangers. Strangers. Fuck these strangers.
She ends up shooting Mother Monster, and we get ending credits. This is one of the most craziest ways to end the movie.
I was glad that Tess lived though. She didn't bleed out though. She walked away. They showed her like walking away, right, limping something. Yeah. She got up.
Give us a genuine character that we was rooting for somewhere. Like, I actually enjoyed to follow this character.
I was just like, I bet your bitch ass won't be stupid no more. Don't get back.
No more Airbnbs.
No more Airbnbs. No more toxic relationships. She might just be a lesbian at this point. At the way all these men that failed, like every man in this damn movie failed her. They did not help her one bit. Granted, Keith was actually a good guy, but he got his head bashed.
All the guys, all they wanted to do was bad stuff. That's it. Nobody wanted to be good. Besides Keith, but he still wanted to be Macho Man.
You said you do bad things. What kind of bad things do you do?
I don't listen.
I did not mean to do this. But yeah. So my boy, Lena Thompson. Anything else?
Nah. I mean, after that, it was pretty clean cut. I was just like, this was a good movie, and I enjoyed the ride. Not what I expected. Like I said, I was wondering if it was gonna be like something supernatural, like because like with the whole basement thing, it was kind of like apparent that whatever was going on was in the basement, and I was like, is it like another dimension? Is it like creatures coming from another dimension? No.
I love the route they went, because I feel like that would have been too familiar. Even with having people staying in the house, they done stuff like that before, but not like this to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they could have easily just been like, oh, it's haunted. You know, like, nah. They took it to a totally different route, and they took us on a ride, and they gave us characters that we wanted to care about, and some that we didn't. I mean, it was good.
Is it the top 5 horror movie of 2022? What you watched?
Definitely. Would I watch it? I'm definitely gonna recommend this to people.
It's definitely got repeat value, just to catch everything.
When I'm sick, I like to watch bad stuff, so I watched Bring It On, Cheer or Die.
Oh.
Was it worth my hour and a half?
You don't have to even answer that. I know. I see the trailer. Fuck no.
I didn't even watch the trailer. But no, if they would have leaned into, like, I be trying to fix bad movies. I'm like, if they would have leaned into the comedy aspect of it more, and
so they went the serious route.
It was like they couldn't choose. It wasn't serious, but at the same time, it wasn't funny enough. It was like And then it was PG-13. I was like, if they would have went with the bruh,
PG.
it was PG-13. Yeah. I feel like we need to do a eye gouging deaths list or something.
Especially after this one.
Right. A list
Shout out to the Final Destination recommendations, definitely.
Oh yeah.
But y'all let us know how y'all feeling about this one. 2022 as far as horror movies. Does this stand out? I feel like between this one, even with Halloween Ends, being that Halloween Ends was one that people might not have liked, but it wasn't what you was expecting. What's the other one? It? Well, not It. My bad. X. Another good slasher one that would kind of threw us off a little bit. Even with our final girl, who you wouldn't think would be a final girl in that one. Outside of that, there's some more, definitely.
Have you watched Bodies?
Nope, I still haven't.
Whenever I find it on some streaming network, I'm gonna watch it because I ain't want to pay for it. But
yeah.
As funny as people were saying Bodies was, I feel like if Bring It On would have took notes from them, it probably. And like I said, if they
ain't seen it yet, so I don't know.
I'ma see. But I feel like I said, if they just would have leaned into the funniness of it more, like going towards like more like an idle hand type of shit, and like made it and then changed the fucking rating, it could have been better because like it was because it wasn't like the most terrible thing I ever seen, but it was bad, and I'm just like, but it could be fixed. It's a lot of bad movies that can actually be fixed, but it's just a lot of bad movies out here. Some of them can't
get on
be
into a horror movie though.
See, that's where they kill me with the fucking cheerleading logic. Where is the coach in all of these situations? There's never a fucking coach, and they always rely on the damn head cheerleader. And I'm like, that's not life. There has to be an adult supervising this shit. I don't know why people think that.
Because I'm not
think
watching
that kids run these sports.
at all. Not even close. I might see my chaps or my girls will watch it. Then I'll probably ease in there and try to catch it with them. We'll see how they do. But other than that, we still will be doing some more horror after October, of course, November. But I'm gonna be heavy on a couple retros. I got like The Wood. I'm gonna do Soul Food, of course. As far as November, New Jersey Drive, Four Brothers. The first Best Man we're gonna do because they recently did the trailer for the final chapters of the Best Man. I did a reaction to that. Y'all go check that out. That's coming in December. So we're going to try to do the Best Man Holiday before they drop that, being that Best Man Holiday is a Christmas movie. So, yeah, we got a couple ones coming for y'all. Once again, apologies on the content and being kind of lackluster. Like I said, busy. Father, working.
You are not going to like my critique of Best Man's Holiday.
I'm good with it. I'm good. We can do that. I'm good. We need a good argument on a movie because I love the Best Man Holiday. It's a very decent film. To come that many years after to do a sequel and to be able to keep that same chemistry, to have those same characters come in to pull off what they did emotionally, I'm good. I'm good.
I feel like it's because I watched it like last year instead of when it came out, however many years ago that was. If I probably would have watched it when it first came out, I probably would have had a different point of view. But the fact that I just watched it last year, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it again. I'm probably gonna get a little bit emotional again. I'm ready for them emotional for it again. Goddamn right. I'm out there like goddamn Morris Chestnut. There
is some aspects of that movie that I like though. And I do like the people in the movie because I do like the actors.
That being said, I still enjoy the first one better. To me, once again, it's just the 90s with those type of films. Best Man, I was about to say Sprung. Hell no. It's some good ones. It's Best Man. What's it? Soul Food, of course. Damn, what's them 90 ones? The Wood. Those type of like dating type of film / like kind of.
Oh, what's that like one that got Morris Chestnut? It's a lot. Good.
He was in all of them.
If you just look up Morris Chestnut and Gabrielle Union, they're in all of them.
I was about to
Because
say
it's
think
not
like
the
a man.
best
It
man.
wasn't
The brothers. The brothers.
yeah, the brothers. You right. D.L. Hughley and them, Bill Bellamy. Yep, that's another good one.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna try to do that one too.
I like
What's the one with him and
I
Vivica A.
like
Fox?
um
Two could play that
shit.
game. Two could play that
Yes.
game. Yeah.
Keith. Look.
And even Vivica Fox, hell, man, they was in all those type of movies back in the day. That was just coming out repeatedly. Breaking All the Rules, Jamie Foxx, Gabrielle Union, those type of films. But yeah, I got something coming for y'all. We definitely gonna be here for y'all content. Once again, my bad, lackluster. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do for Halloween. Definitely was a couple ones I wanted to do, but I'm still gonna do a couple of those without it being Halloween or whatever. But once again, shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feeling about Barbarian. Let me know if this is a standout surprise hard hit of 2022. Other than that, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Roll to 11,000. If you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you come through and follow us, the Low Key Cave. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. Other than that, I know I'm not. When my signal come up, I turn off because I know I'll be on here probably pixelated. But anyway, once again, we out.
Hey.